Good day, everyone. This is the Supreme Genesis, Supreme Beginning. Supreme Genesis, as the name tells, the book of Genesis. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth was without form and void, and the darkness was upon the face of the earth, and the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. And God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. This is where we will stop, and this is where we are to dwell and have our discussion today. So we are underlying the word without form, void, darkness was upon the face of the deep, upon the face of the earth. So today we are talking about light, Supreme Genesis. Please follow up, subscribe to my channel. Without you, there will be no me, and without me, there will be no you. Yes. If I don't exist, I won't have to be on air. But I exist. And now I am on this space. Now there should be you. We do this together where there is what? A mutual understanding. Supreme Genesis. That is the channel. It's a new channel. But you can make it new too by following up and joining. Thank you. That's by the way. We're talking about light. First of all, let's give a little story about Earth itself. When we hear Earth, it will look like something strange. Many people don't want to think about Earth itself because we don't understand it. We don't know the foundation of Earth. We don't know how it is being built. I explain Earth to be like this, something like this. Yeah, Earth is like this. Earth has been in this. This is Earth, and this is the pillar of the Earth, unknown to anybody because there was no life inside Earth. Earth was just there. It was just a space like this online, like this social media, like a Facebook, like a Twitter, like Instagram. Is the platform. Well, it is in the mind of the creator. It is the mind of the programmer. It is the mind of the intender founder or the intender maker to make such thing. It is in their mind to make it, but it has not exist physically for the world to acknowledge it, but it have exist in the mind. Let me tell you, many things you have on your head is existing, but only you is the only one that knows it does exist. So now this is what happens to earth. Earth has been in existence in the head of God, in the mind of God, in the heart of God. And it is funny that in the mind of God is a reign of reality. And that reality, this is his reign of imagination, of thoughts. This is where his realm is physical for him as a maker. Our own realm our own realm got rooms, got gates, got lodge, got hotel, and through his own realm of what reality. So when you imagine things in your heart, for you to have a room to imagine it is because he himself has already created that room for us to imagine. For I know some animals don't even think. They don't even imagine, but we are given the power to think. That is by the way. So now let there be light. That is the topic of today. So this is earth. It was formless, it was void, it was full of what? Darkness. And water filled all the whole place. Me and you can just imagine how the earth is full of water. Imagine that there is no that there is nothing, no light, nothing, no life. We are the life of the earth, but we misunderstand it. This life, I think we should just start saying these human beings, because we are the life of the earth. Earth existed without us. We existed without content, and it was not known. All the millions of years was waste. There was no history about it. There was nothing to be impactful about it. There was no establishment. There was nothing that earth has to record for all those years lived without us. Earth became acknowledged immediately when the Holy Spirit, the Father and the Son, concluded and decided to pay us a visit. That is paying this realm which we are a visit, and found out that it has been the way it was left in darkness. That those spirits that I have cha- that I have thrown from heaven to this place has made it to look more ugly more than it was. So now to subject that accuser whom thought that they can drag anything with God, he has to make something out of nothing. Now he then gave the earth hope. Now this is earth. And I said, the Holy Spirit moved upon the waters. As he moved upon the water, he watched how the accuser turned everything upside down. And his anger was stirred. And there is this passion for creation, there is this motivation to make something new, to bring them to nothing, to bring them to zero. And there was light. And he said, let there be light. Immediately, there was light. Yes, this is the light. This is earth. And light shined upon the earth. This is light upon the earth. This is light upon the earth. Immediately there was light upon the earth. And when this light shined, that is where he used this light to look into it and begin to filter and begin to create things out of the earth itself. He used this light to light upon the water and begin to search the deep inside the earth itself and say, okay, these are the things inside this. I will need this to separate. I will need it to separate. Now let the half of the water go up as a cloud, as a filament, as a sky that we have today. Letting the waters up, the one down, he began to separate them to lakes, to rivers, to whatever you have today in your village, in any nations. We have places where you will see rivers and wonderful ones he designed in his own fashion of thinking. That is him creating. When he was done creating all that, making animals, making days, making dates, making everything he thinks and he has imagined in his realm as a god, he decided to make a being like him. The angels is not like God. They have wings. God don't have wings. They, they are made out of beautiful, beautiful things, out of light, out of many things. But he decided, we, he made man, he made spirit. Out of spirit, he gave them flesh. I don't know, but I pray for the grace of God for us to dilute this. This is the light. No man on earth, no man on earth can walk without light. If there is no light in your life, you live in darkness. Yes. Everybody pray for lights. Let me have the light of God. Let me have the light. Even those in darkness, even wants artificial light, a temporal light to find their way. The light we have from God that does not need NEPA is the day. The day was grouped to be light, and the deep and the darkness was grouped to be what? Called night. Night has been in existence for millions of years. That is why the Maker decided to permanently diminish the timing of darkness. That is light. That is night. Now we all have lights. This is earth. Shine it. And out of this, in the separated deep, in the separated waters, out of the dry um, soils, he begin to get some special soil, clay or anything you can think of it. He begin to mold man on his own image. Even you and me as a baby, when we are growing, if you are given the liberty to grow on a place where you are free, you have deposited sand for building, all these smooth sands. I do put my lift. The children put their feet inside the the big much of sands, begin to build houses that they will never live in. Some will collapse, some will build, and they'll be so happy. This is how he gets it and mold. Even in schools, they'll tell you should mold a pot, do this. It's an assignment in fine art. But this is how he molded it. The thing is that we cannot give that thing we mold life. But he has it, but he himself is the life himself. After molding what looked like him, he now breathed into it and gave it life. We can mold, but we cannot give it life. There is no factory on earth that can create human being. All we do today is robots. And that robot is being timed, is being is dependent on electricity or solar. It has to be dependent on battery. But if I ask you today, where is your battery of life? You don't know. You can't see it. Even the evil ones, even when you say evil ones, we're all human beings, both the bad and the good. The sun shineth for everyone. The night shineth for the night shows for everyone. So this is a God of what? It's not an author of confusion. So this is light upon earth. Yes, this is light upon earth. He made lights. So we have bulbs in our house. Some persons uses bulb, some persons uses this hurricane lamp, even candle. Some make all these local lights. In the olden days, when you watch all these epic movies, you see them carrying different kinds of lights along, walking in the tiny roads. They need light. Without it, you will stumble into a stone, you will stumble into snakes, you will stumble into things because light is the life of us. We can't do without light. So God has placed on to work on light. He himself is a light. Spirits are lights. So we use this as lights. We use this too as lights. We use this too as lights. This is lights. They're all called panel lights. Go to the banks, they have this. Without this, there will be no customer that will queue or they will even see anything to type to the system or to do the works you want them to do for you. So the thing today is, who is your light? What is your light? What is the touch to your light? Is there anything that touches you? Is there anything that you use to see your path? And if the answer is I don't know where my light come from, I don't know if I have a light. How I know I you have once you have that is why if a blind man is blind, he lives in darkness. He might have light, but not the light you see. You see some blind persons, but then sees in other world because what they sees in the other realm. But you that have eyes is blind. My Bible says that those that have eyes are blind. Those that don't have eyes sees. That is, you might have eyes, but you don't see. You will see some gifted in a way that you know they are blind, but their words are wisdom. You don't know where they are coming from because God has given them insights of the realm of His imaginations. People use this too. In my further video, I will explain all these things. I will explain it. Even if you don't have any idea of electricals, if you once you are following me, you will get to know more about electrical, but in a dimension of God, in a dimension of things you will not understand. So we are lights, and He's the lamp holder. Yes, this is the dirty lamp holder that have stayed for years. It have worked for years. Now they are trashing it. They are. I was just working and I saw this on the USB. I was like, what is this? It has been dirty, but it has been given light. Without this, there will be no light. Even though you put a bulb and now this is faulty, it cannot give you light. So now there will be something that there will be a power. There is this copper, this small coppers. Either is copper, either is a flexible wire, whatever it is that powers light. But this is the holder to it. But Him himself is the lamp holder. He himself is the positive wire, he is the negative wire, he is the neutral wire, he is even calling the current. He is the one that equally resists. He is the resistor, he is the capacitor, he is whatever you can think of in one as a light. He doesn't need you to begin to fix all these things. No, he does the fixing. All you need is this is me, use me and walk. All you need is just use him and walk. Use him and walk. All you need to do is just use him and walk. The Spirit is the light. The Holy Spirit is the light. They have many lights. There are many evil lights. There are many good lights. There are evil lights that when you sleep, there is light. They will take it to wound people. They will take it to plant evil. They will use this evil light to appear and disappear and insert things that are evil in the body of us. But with this, but with God, you will use the right light. And when you use the right light, you will not find yourself missing. Follow me up. Subscribe to this channel. Share. It is a new one. I remember, whatever that starts me, the early ones, I might not end with you, but I can start with you, and I am starting with you. Follow you encountering this video, you stumbling into this video is not a mistake. It is a destiny. It is something that is meant to happen. Supreme Genesis. That is the name of the channel.